military circle for sure. It would be nice to see a nice central. It could be, you could have foreseen it. It could be Rahina Egem starts getting a good Western circle, and they're going to be having a great game for themselves.
I think West would hurt them. I think maybe Northwest, something up around shooting range would be great for Rahina. Like you said, I think one of the weaknesses that we've seen out of the Gatka loot sprees is that you stay too long, you loot too long, you're too spread out, and people often crush you. They're forcing you to move early, but in a spot like shooting range-ish area where you don't have a lot of conflict on rotation could definitely set them up for a win. Though I think they're playing good enough, they could set themselves up for a win just about anywhere that isn't Milta Power, which that circle is still technically in play with this plane path, so we could see something crazy like that happen. We'll see it in just a minute. The teams are going to their spots. Again, nobody at Milta Power. Milta pretty far away, so we'll have some teams driving there. So Snovka, not an option for this plane, so some teams feeling a little bit out of place as we see M-Force in the middle, Digital Athletics up there as well, and it will be all the way to the west. So we have seen polar circles one after another. This is a pretty good one, though, in terms of those teams.
Look at that 1-to-1 hot drop pushing Rahina out of the usual looting grounds. Gatka is taken by Besiktas Academy, and small Gatka as well taken by Groan. So Rahina Egem Stars, they'll have to suffice with the reminiscences of the trash of the Gatka. Not so bad, though.
32 seconds, if you're good, he's going to be rotating to the next grouping.
Yeah, running away already, connecting just a few. Nuki taking down low. Is able to dodge it? No, that's IDGAF. He's going to take him down. That's Nuki going down early. That's super unfortunate. No help close to help him.
Yep.
So that's
good AK play, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's not easy. That's not an easy spray to make.
Nope. Yep. Very nice connection with those. I doubt that anybody's going to start reaching him at the given time, and I think he'll be joining the other guys before it's too late. They usually like to play together. A 1-2 split is fine in circle 1, maybe circle 2, depending on what's happening. And I don't see NALP pushing them. They're holding a 1-1-2 split. We'll see how the drive-bys are going to happen. That's actually one of the crazy things that really developed the last year and a half. The drive-by kind of shooting, seed switch, the K-Mind.
It's weird that it's come full circle. There was sort of that, I remember when Steele talked about it at our very first pro event, this idea that you want to put everybody in a car together so you can do drive-bys. And then, we evolved into everybody drive their own car. And now it's like, not only do you drive your own car, but you can also kill people from your own car because we're just that good at this point. So PUBG really sort of maturing in the terms of driving and fighting. M-Force up on top of the hill. Smash gets smashed as he comes up over the top. Dogs waiting for him. Does manage to get the flush there. Pews up some grenades. There's the underhanded toss and the overhanded toss to cover near and far as prepare to go up over the tip of the hill. DA goes, nice play by Swedish. Smash gets dropped by the nade, or finished off rather. Getting shot from downhill. Trickio's waiting to see if he gets shot at. The upside of that transition is that basically Trickio thought he was free to push into hospital because they had to run from the other side. So Trickio says, oh, nope. Pops up over the top of the hill and can't get away. I doubt there'll be a res there, so Trickio will go down to Silers. That actually was great news for NALP that they had to run back across the bridge. It bought time to let him get into an uncomfortable position. They also know that there's a team on that side and can now defend it effectively. So no age limit. Points, it feels like they're playing a little more passive in this game, saying, you know what, let's get some placement, maybe some kills, but we don't have to force it. We're in a good place to go into the next group. Let's not ruin it.
Yeah, for sure. They can play this as passive as they want. Also, we have a bit of water in the northern side, so if it does swing north and keep some water in, it's going to swing back. So
making the cross, they waited to see what the shift would do. They hoped that EYG would get out of position. So far, it's worked out. As they cut to the right, they'll go in and probably just grab one of these houses. Nope, they're going to go on past. This is a bold move by Relegats as they make a train. But once again, we see Elysium, I think, spreading their bullets, not focusing on one car, and that may be what they needed. Ein Deep, last man. Bad luck.
No, that's unfortunate.
His team stopped there, so he should be okay. He was trying to slide on the side for cover. It was just a big break.
Right, I see. Wow, I haven't mastered that yet. Abdallah's going to take down Nixie, one of our top eliminated in the fourth circle. Snip is making a big move all the way into the north bridge, taking the western bridge with that tumble, though.
Let's go to TMP.
They have pushed.
TMP was in Gatka. They had to push across that field in the open. They took a lot of fire from Wildcats. Tommel had to stop here because he couldn't make the cross after Wildcats opened fire. Tommel does go down now to Rupture. Bookie trying to defend it from the opposite side, but they've only got 2 left after a very difficult cross, and perhaps their passive play in the early game may come back to bite them in this one as Wildcats take a big chunk.
Well, the Snip is making their way across, and Australian Force is taking shots at Besiktas Academy, which is moving into South Georgia as well.
M4 is doing a great job of leapfrogging their duos throughout this match, covering and transitioning, and transitioning. Will it pay off as we continue to move forward in this match? They got a lot of opponents nearby. Austria Force most notably in the warehouses by them. Meanwhile, Snip has made a long north rotation, transitions into a very hot area. Mutiny up on top of the hill, trying to stop the Wildcats as they make their transition. Tommel, by the way, went down, obviously finished off as the blue closed in, but Wildcats are running. They do. We joked about the Ibiza playbook earlier. It looks like the Wildcats are going to try for a recreation of the original play as they create the smoke line to try and get across this field. That was Ibby, right?
That's the exact same spot as well. Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Taking some more shots with the 4X just alarm. Not connecting just yet. DGF is going to take down Crowman on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that was that Snip push. Snip was desperately coming in from North George. Not a lot of options. They knew they'd lose at least 1 or 2 on that charge, and so they must. Mutiny out by the tower, having a good little spot. Let's jump in to the city where Besiktas is holding it down. They've been fighting there for a while. Tempest, by the way, eliminated in 16th place. So once again, I've said it, I'll say it before. When your team is ahead, don't pull out the strikers to add a defender. You got to keep playing aggressive. You got to keep playing your game. And you got to try to go for the win. And I think they played a little slow on that one to defend their points, and it didn't really work out. Now, back over to the hilltop where we've got the guys from Mutiny trying to get a little play up. Wildcats come in and go down. Rupture is knocked by Granula there as he crashed into the hay bale and had nowhere else to go. Shot from the side. This is Wildcat style as they come in very aggressively. BSD gets the knock on UX. She created goes down to Granula. Granula's taken out 2 of their number, but the fight continues out here in the wheat field. Not a lot of fun for anybody as the cover is minimal. Fortunately, no cars to destroy Halos.
No, and here Mutiny. Ooh, that's a nice nade from Dog. Besiktas Academy also taking down Entropy. Granula, see if he can spot one more. He does connect a few as well onto the Wildcats. Ooh, Molotov. The Molotov meta is definitely strong. That is going to be short.
Love it.
He didn't play best baseball when he was young, that's for sure.
No.
Gonna try to reposition here. Granula, try to get around for this spot. One more Molly is going to go out.
There we go.
That could connect for sure. That was too far. Still didn't play baseball when he was young.
All right, here he goes. Well, he took the time to change the scope and stays out in the open for the shot, trying to cover his teammates as they come back up. Very exposed on both the right and the left side. Mutiny doing everything they can to hold against the Wildcats. These are 2 teams that we've been talking about throughout the day. High expectations, smash mouth play, coming up against each other 1v1. Not 1v1, 4v4 as the fight goes on. Granula takes some damage on return, does manage to get himself a knock, but it's come down. She created coming forward, puts the work in, and Granula drops. Mover inside of the smoke, last man standing for his team, popping the first aid, but you can see the Wildcats are pushing as Rupture gets the finish on his opponent. Tosses out another grenade. They're coming back and forth right on top. There's the knock. If he can finish off Mover, he can res his teammate. This is a big play for him, but he's on down. Mutiny drops as Wildcats comes out of a significantly worse position and manages to survive a push on Mutiny with 3. Very impressive play from Wildcats.
Super well played by them so far, and that's the story of the whole day so far. Able to come out of clutch positions with so much pressure on them, and they're actually sitting at a very great spot considering how this Southern plays this though. Justus is going to take down Sinister, finish him off, and also Rafa is going to go down. That is M-Force losing 2.
You know, we thought M-Force's leapfrog looked good. We said the big threat was Austrian Force over in the warehouse because they're forced to move through that area, and they did so very, very cleanly. Now we're left with Dogs hanging out next to a burning car. No escape options, no hope, just a trench and a prayer as he lays there and hopes he's protected. Entropy goes down in 13th place, a little bit outside the box. You can see the live status up on the left side of your screen if you want to check in. The circle comes out, and it is...
Already got 6 kills so far. They definitely could hit a double digit again for the 3rd time today. If they manage to do so, that would be very impressive, and they are definitely going to be taking the win of the day if they do.
very, very happy with their performance. Like I said, it wasn't easy. They made pushes. Cappy goes down. Lamont goes down. Cappy goes no age limit, please. Put some work into the cars, trying to make these desperation rotation. Meanwhile, Besiktas is eliminated. Boom goes the dynamite. We also took a loss as Rahina lost some people. Austrian Force, boom, dropped as well as they try to make their rotation. So M4 somehow out pushing in. Isn't Relegats and always rank 1 seem to be fighting regularly as it happens yet again? Next trying to move in here and dig him out of the rat hole that he is in. Relegats going to move around the outside. Usage, go ahead, Eagle drops down to Spice. And always rank 1 falling back. Smartly knows they don't want to hold that line necessarily. They want to be together. Next takes some damage from a grenade. Sees him as they make the rotation. Tries to flock off to the other side. Abdallah has the peek. Looking at him for the right side of the wall as his teammate heals. It's the cover. Space gets next. High Deep gets Space. It's a back and forth. Trade for trade as Abdallah decides to make the push forward. He wants to catch him off guard. They don't know he's there. He sees the down man. It's called. And the Relegats go down to a very clean push by always ranked number 1. They laid back for a second. They secured the heal from their own teammates, and then they pushed back into the warehouse after faking the extraction.
Oh my
DA
God.
takes out the last man from M-Force. I'm not even sure they knew he was there. They just wanted the dip.
They just wanted that dip, and they took it by force. Very unfortunately for
They took it from force.
They took it from force. With force, by force. No, very real play. Very clinical from always rank 1 there. Super nice play from them, managing to get 4 guys live. And from that, they might be on the edge, Toughies, but from that position, they can take so much control of this field area.
And it was a good fight. They're going to have that confidence of coming off a win for their next rotation. They heard Digital Athletics move into their spots. They have very keen awareness of where everyone else is around them. Cooney's going to go ahead and toss out some smokes to buy himself a little extra space. It's going to become a dip surrounded in smoke to buy some time, but it's not enough as Domination continues to take fire from all over the face. Fastpay, Wildcats up in a pole position. They've got a pretty good spot to sit in for a minute or two. The idea here is no one can go to the middle, Martin, so they all have to sort of play this edge, look for casualties, so that when they finally have to move because of the blue, their vector to crawl or find a hay bale cover is okay because there's less people sort of out.
With always rank 1, smiley face, builds the legs, and potentially with the lowest age limit, please, guys. Team Diamond.
Horseman's going to go down as no age limit, please. Continues to put in some nice work. Digital Athletics with 3 alive as they tuck in next to the dip that they took by force, and they lock it up. Wildcats, Dog SRS. Wildcats still has 4 up as they open up. They get hooked down from DA. Meanwhile, no age limit, please uses 2 people to diamonds. Rotation not working out, and we see again the Wildcats she created gets 2 more players from AR1. Always ranked 1 is dropping fast as they are just caught in the sights of the Wildcats.
They're trying to send it towards the center, and it just didn't work for them. He did manage to get 1 kill. Maybe he's gonna get there. Maybe they're gonna be able to take off the rest though. BSD, Wildcats onto Domination. Robshar's gonna finish off Johnsky. We'll see.
How many teams? How many teams is Wildcat fighting at once? As far as like they're everywhere. They're shooting at everybody. This is ridiculous as they lock up their spot. Dom trying to get to them from the north side. Always ranked 1. Did lose 1 player on that transition, but now they got Smiley pushing them from the other side. Team Diamonds is eliminated. Their clarity ceases to exist as we find Wildcat still. We're going to stick with Rupture as he tries to make the flank on Dom. He's going for the flank. He's not staying still. He's playing aggressive. Noise Limit, please eliminated in the meantime. He goes for the spray, gets them down, and then Rupture doubles back. These guys are not willing to sit and wait for the action. They make sure that they're taking the aggression. He's got 69 Horse on the right side, not sure where he is. That could be the death of him as he is unable to see him hiding there inside the bush.
He has no idea, but 12 kills so far in a top 5. This could be the game for them. No matter what, he finds 1 more. That's 13 Toughies. This is crazy for the Wildcats.
You can see the moment where he spotted him. He spotted him at that peak a little while ago and acted like he didn't see him. He turned the other way and ran back to cover, so a 69 Horseman didn't open fire on him. Dog SRS takes out 1-tap Zolly, and they are absolutely playing aggression. They're forcing the fight. Always ranked number 1, stuck in the middle of what's about to happen as they just lay low and let the fireworks go off around them. She created, keeping an eye out for his partner as he's in that spot. We do have DA just hiding. They deny. They stay behind the hay bale, say this is not a fight that we're interested in being involved in, though Beamy did manage to get a point off of that one. So we got Fastpay Wildcats. They are fast. Keep Overwatch for the rest of the team. Let them know what's going on. That said, we've got the movement in. Wildcats not slowing down, staying ahead of the blue. Always rank 1 is out. It is a 4v4. Wildcats versus Smiley Face. The misses. The exchange is there. The Smiley Face is split 3 and 1. Wildcat knows there's no res option if he goes down, so he has to hide behind the rock. Good nade. Would have worked if he had it relocated. Smart play by Mage.
Yeah, really well played by him right here. Meanwhile, they are trying to get a better position inside the zone. 2 of the guys from both teams are actually outside the connect zone.
Mage is down.
BSD's going to go down. Beam is going to take down BSD, and Beam is going to go down himself. This is a 2 versus 3.
So it's 2 versus 3. They lost Mage off. There's no regen option for him, so he is going to get finished off. Nice peek there by She Created, who's been a staple and anchor for this team. Rupture the gunner, still up, looking for a hunt. Yellow FTW and Hort moving up aggressively. Hort says, I got to get up close. I got to get up personal. There's only 2 groups left. It's time to try to put some kills on the board. Meanwhile, Wildcats looks like they're going to go and try to secure the res to get themselves back into this thing. Smiley Face doing so as well as they smoke up on Beanie. Hort going to play the front position, but She Created looks for the flank. Not interested in a res, wants to go for the kills, moves around to the left side. They don't know that he's coming. Switched it over to the 3X and the M4. Comes up on top of the hill right where the res has just happened. Beanie getting healed back up. Looks like they want to get into the fight. No idea that She Created to make the wraparound. Comes up and opens the spray. Gets the first knock to make it a 2v3. Once again, has to reload, but now York has not a lot of options. The 3X spray is there. Down he goes. The Wildcats 4 up. Only 1 person left to get through. We said they were going to secure a win if they kept playing like this. Could this be the moment? And it is. Wildcats, Fastpay Wildcats comes out blazing and puts up a massive 19.